Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Welcome back, Rise Up 44 here on Nalyo Gaming, playing This Is the Police on the PlayStation 4. This Is the Police is by Weappy Studio and Euro Video. We're jumping right in. Day 1, July 15th, Monday. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. Doesn't say what year it is, just a bunch of dates. Interesting. Alright, go to work. X. Cars at POS.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Surprise. The mayor discussed it with me. I've been expecting this BS from the mayor. What's the difference? The mayor discussed it with me. Surprise. What's the difference? What does it matter whether it came as a surprise? My business is my own. Do you already know the name of your successor? No. I think it's a new man. I think it'll be a department veteran. Who cares? Let's see. No. Of course not. And I don't think the mayor's office knows who it is either. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. No way. I'd be happy. Who cares? I wonder if this is supposed to say, after the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to you resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, it makes sense the way it is. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. So he was looking forward to moving on. But if the mayor offered him your position as the man in charge, would that change his mind from resigning? Okay, I get it now. Perhaps. No way. I'd be happy. Who cares? Perhaps. I'd be happy. Perhaps. Sounds possible. If he thinks the new office would help him serve the city a little longer. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? BS. I don't know. If it helps police, no comment. Let's see. Literacy can be hard. Yep. That is very true. Let's see. I don't know what to pick here. You know what? I'm going to take this route. Excuse me, but that's a pile of horse shit. The mafia and the police working together. Maybe they're in cahoots with the aliens. The mafia are a bunch of low-life criminals. How about someone ask a real question? Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely, definitely not. Possibly. How should I know? How should I know? You'd better ask him. Thank you. End of the interview.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
What are you taking there, buddy? Your arthritis medicine?
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
What a jerk. He puts out his cigarette.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking at the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
One of my friends will be using it soon. Wow. Slap in the face. He calls the number right away.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number.
He's got a prostitute.
Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Awesome. Yes, dude. This guy's the man. Dude, this game's awesome already. This is so cool. Let's see. 2. Okay, so chapter 2. Golden Bird. Head of Culture Department owns villa in Italy. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year. Cleanliness of city streets increased by 20%. July 16th, day 2. Go to work. His car is not going to start by the end of this game, watch.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
His deputy is just as old as he is. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? Show me what you've got. I'm a 60-year-old police chief, a few months away from the retirement. I don't need anyone telling me how to do my job. I wonder if I can turn it off. Oh, it's just a tutorial, so I'll go through the tutorial. Why not? Sometimes you get PlayStation trophies for finishing tutorials, so can't pass that up. Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work. And a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or might make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. All right. Manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, the violently attacked the cashier. I don't know, I'm having a hard time reading. He violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Okay. He's a 220. I'm just gonna send him. He's got this. It's a drunk dude anyway. Oh boy, we got weather. Hit and run. Hit and run. Okay, outcomes. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Close. Cool.
311A complete.
Ooh, offender escaped. Officer unharmed, civilians unharmed. I should have sent backup. That was stupid of me. Oh well.
910C in progress.
Armed robbery, suburb. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with... I remember videotape stores, jeez. And made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay. Fight. Johnson, Jurgen, and Katz, law firm. A brother and sister clashed with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. What do I got? An old lady and that's alright. This is kind of cool. It's different.
412A in progress.
Assault in the ghetto. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician. They then run away with his guitar and his money. That sucks. Excuse me. Direct orders. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Armed robbery suburb. The vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded. Knock on the door, open up. Police. Sneak into the house through an open window. Oh boy. Well, legally, I should probably just knock on the door. I mean, the fun thing to do would be just sneak through the window, but you could probably get hurt that way. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and then shout that the house is surrounded. That's going to end up turning into I guarantee this turns into like a hostage situation or something. If I go this route. I'm just going to go knock on the door, open up, please.
910C complete.
Nice, dude. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Sweet.
311A complete.
Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Well, I sent 2 cops and they still escaped, so, I mean, what can you really do about that? Oh, what the heck? Assault in the ghetto. Offender escaped. A lot of escapes. End of the day. Overtime. If you think you'll need a couple of extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Let's see here. You know what? Let's just see the next shift. Oh, next shift. We got a bunch of dudes on the next shift and a bunch of chicks on this shift. Or female officers. I wonder why. Some of these guys are old, though. I wonder why they don't mix it up. Maybe I could fix that. Let's end it for now.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
True.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Hmm.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Day 3, July 17th, Wednesday. This game's awesome. It's really cool so far. So that's where I'm going to end my first gameplay with This Is the Police here on the PlayStation 4. I appreciate you watching our Nalyo Gaming. If you haven't already done so, please click that like button. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Share with your friends. Follow me on Twitter at RiseUp44 and at Nalyo Gaming. And subscribe to me here on Nalyo Gaming. Different type of game. Like totally like comic book style. You're making all these decisions, and I think it's pretty cool that you gotta pick the different shifts and cops to go on different calls. The backstory that's going on about the corruption and all that, I'm kind of interested to see where he's gonna go, if he's gonna end up taking a crooked route. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens moving forward. But I do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.